operations. Let's
Okay,
turn
there it
you
goes.
mute.
See if she can hear us now.
In the bot, okay.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yep, now we can.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I did it.
You get a gold star.
I practiced today.
All right.
Good go. All right, well, it is now 7:02, so it's time to call the March 9th, 2026 joint meeting of the Raleigh County Planning Board and Board of Zoning Appeals to order. Do we need to worry about public comments today?
You can ask.
All right, I guess we can go ahead and I'll let Eric read through that in his best radio voice.
Okay, this is Riley County Planning Board, Board of Zoning Appeals rules for public comment sessions. The following applies to all meetings of the Riley County Planning Board, Board of Zoning Appeals. 1, public comments shall be limited to no more than 5 minutes for each speaker. A, the time limit does not include questions asked by board members. B, the chair reserves the right to extend the speaker time should the situation warrant doing so. 2, all comments should be directed at the board. 3, all speakers must go to the podium and make comments, stating their full name and address before beginning. 4, public comment shall be made only during the designated time on the agenda at any public meeting. Public comments are out of order if made outside the designated time on the agenda of the public meeting, and without the speaker having first been recognized by the chair. 5, remarks of individual speakers shall not be simply repetitive of identical comments made by prior speakers. 6, verbal or visual personal attacks on private citizens, staff, or board members shall not be allowed. Speakers who violate any one or more of these rules will be asked to end their comments. And speakers or non-speakers who attend the meeting whose conduct disrupts the orderly and dignified content of any public meeting at any time will be asked by the chair to leave such meeting.
So I'm assuming we have no public comments. With that, we will move to the consent agenda. Does anybody have any comments or questions on the minutes or the report of fees for the month of February?
Nope, I move approval for both.
Second.
I got a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 3-0. Seems how there are no items on the planning board of zoning appeals agenda, I will take a motion to adjourn the joint meeting and reconvene as the Riley County Planning Board.
So moved. Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0. You're up, Mr. Bob.
Okay, good evening, folks. Yes, I would. Take care of it. Andrew Slingsby has made an application with Riley County Planning and Development requesting a residential use designated country estate for an unplatted tract of land for purposes of building a house. The subject site is generally located approximately 4,151 feet west of Blue River Hills Road on the north side of Tuttle Creek Boulevard in Grant Township. The subject property consists of a 33-acre unplatted tract. The applicant wishes to build a non-agricultural residence while clearing the majority of the site for agricultural uses, pasture and cattle. Thus, the applicant is seeking approval for a residential use designated country estate rather than attempting to rezone the property to single family residential zoning district that permits stock animals. Due to the size of the proposed tract, planting is not required. I mentioned the site, as well as most of the properties surrounding it, is a zoned AG agricultural district shown here in gray. A small portion of the neighboring tract to the east is zone C2 highway business shown in red. There are no variances, conditional uses, or special uses associated with the site. Riley County Fire District number 1 will continue to serve the site. Blue River Hills Fire Station will serve as the first responder, and the Riley Fire and University Park Fire Stations will serve as secondary responders. It's kind of it's one of those that are situated in between all three of them. The site is within 5 road miles of the fire station. According to the most recent Flint Hills joint land use study, the site is located within the land use planning zone. It's shown in blue. That's the top half of the map. Officials from Fort Riley have reported in the past that according to the Fort Riley's installation of operational noise management plan of 2015, noise sensitive land uses such as housing, schools, medical facilities, churches, etc., are generally acceptable within the LUPZ. Property is subject to the noise notice of potential noise impacts from Fort Riley, Kansas military installation and recommended noise attenuation building methods, recorded August 17th, 2020, in the Office of the Register of Deeds. There are conditions for approval for the country estate in the land use development or land development regulations. I'm going to just quickly share those with you, just a quick review and how they meet it. The country estate lot shall be 20 acres or larger. This option of the residential use designated was reserved for those areas that, or for those people actually who wanted to have 20 acres or larger for horses and things like that, or have that transitional zone between agricultural and residential, but not that full-time agricultural producer status. Approval shall only be granted following an analysis using the development guidance system and the determination that the proposal is compatible with surrounding uses by the following criteria. So the site shall not be located within the state required minimum separation distances from a permitted capo. And there were quite a few large dry lots in the area that they weren't registered with the state of Kansas as a farm animal feeding operation. The site shall not be located within the noise zone 2 as identified by Fort Riley, and we just covered that. It's in the land use planning zone, which is less of a noise impact than noise zone 2 would be. Noise zone 2, which is really difficult to say, is sensitive. It's compatible with noise sensitive uses. But the site shall not score strong finding for preservation using the land valuable site assessment system. And the site should be located in the area where 20-acre home site parcels already exist within 1/4 mile from the site. And right next door, we have a non-farm related home, approximately 20 acres, slightly over 20 acres size. Residential use designated for our country estate is limited to 1 per original parent tract. That parent tract was established at the time of the adoption of these regulations in 2022. Country estate parcels are not required to be platted, must have adequate frontage on a public road, and must meet the minimum sanitary code requirements. The subject property does do that. An agricultural protection easement as specified in Section 21A shall be filed with the Register of Deeds. Upon approval of the residential use designator, the applicant would be required to file an agricultural protection easement. And finally, a site plan is required as outlined in Section 3.17 site plan of the Riley County Land Development Regulations, and I would to go over that with you right now. It's fairly straightforward. You have to show the boundaries of the site, so you can kind of see the southern portion of the tract is proposed to be developed in this manner. And here's the actual road here, that's Tulip Boulevard. And a blow up version of that, you can kind of see, there's the house, here's proposed shop, proposed barn for livestock, proposed small pool shed for hay and things like that. So you can see it's a bit of a transition. It's a rural residence. And of course, the lagoon. The applicant plans on clearing the rest of the property for cattle. One other thing I want to point out, that the applicants, the subject property would be subject to the driveway standards, Riley County, so I even wanted to make clear where that driveway was going to be located in proximity to the east boundary of the site. So the request was reviewed with the Riley County Development Guidance System, as I mentioned. The first element of the DGS is conformance to the goals, objectives, and actions of the Riley County Together Comprehensive Plan. The goal for residential in this particular case is maintain and enhance rural character while supporting appropriate growth. Although this was not located within a designated growth rate, it literally is, it borders it. And the objective here is to direct development for locations that preserve the county's rural character and open landscapes. And the site plan shows how the rural guidelines were put into effect. Let's do back up one. Yeah, the second element is reviewing the request with the future land use map. And as I mentioned, although the property isn't located within a designated growth area, the property achieved 3,371 points on the land evaluation site assessment for the LISA, which is approximately the halfway point of the scale. I thought I included that. I guess here's the land use map. You can see the designated growth area and where the property actually is here. It's literally right on the edge. And then the site assessment here, or the land evaluation site assessment score here. According to the regulations, it didn't have to max out here necessarily, but it did have to score better than strong for preservation, which it did. And finally, the DGS also considers whether or not a potential hardship would be caused if a development request or this particular request were to be denied. The applicant expressed on the application that he believes that the cost for land and a home in Manhattan is unaffordable. He stated that living on this site would combine costs and make it easier to take care of future livestock. Staff's analysis, the site plan has been submitted as per the minimum requirements of the Riley County Land Development Regulations and shows how the site will be developed and that transition between non-agriculturally related residential and agricultural activity. Number two, there is no active agricultural activity abutting the property. The applicant has shown considerable fortitude as far as clearing the site and getting rid of quite a few cedars already. Number three is not anticipated that granting a country estate designation will be contrary to the goals, objectives, or actions of the plan. Staff recommends the planning board approve the request for a residential use designated country estate as it has been determined to meet the minimum requirements of the Riley County Land Development Regulations and Sanitary Code. If you have any questions for me, I'd be glad to field those.
I don't have any.
Nope.
Would the applicant like to get up and speak on their behalf?
Sure what I'm supposed to say, but, oops, I'm sorry, did I just hit you? I think I just clicked off your screen, your mouth.
That's what they call it.
Okay. Main reason we want, I have 3 young boys, and I want to get them out in the land and to be able to experience ag, 4-H, whatever. And so that really been the main driver. We started clearing, from the front all the way to the back. Skid loaders and burning cedar trees, so we've already started to reclaim a lot of the land. I've probably got 30-40 hours in stump grinding and everything, so my plan is to clean out most of the cedars, and then my parents own that spot next to us, so it's to try and get it back into native pasture. So I would say that the main thing is we want to be out in the country. We want to be able to have livestock and things. Obviously, I have a separate business, so it's not my primary, to be honest with you, but that is my focus, is to be able to let the boys experience being in ag and give them the opportunity, if they do want to go into ag, to be able to do it. Because I do think it's important. I think it's something that I'd like to see them if they can have the opportunity to do it. So that's
Okay.
probably the biggest thing.
All right. Guys, have any questions?
No.
All right, do we have any proponents within 1,000 feet of this?
Proponents. Any
Proponents,
proponents within 1,000?
yeah. Do we have any opponents within 1,000 feet? All right. I guess I would take a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved. Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0. All right, any discussion among board members?
Pretty straightforward. Yep.
Any motion?
I move that we have approved the request for residential use designator, as it has been determined that it meets the minimum requirements of the Riley County Land Development Regulations.
Second. All right, have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0.
And just real quick, just a reminder for the board, there's no plat associated with this action. This action, stays here, does not go on to the board of County Commission. Thank you.
Yes, that's it. All right, thank you. Thank you. I think it's time for Eric's favorite part.
I move we adjourn.
Second.
All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
It's aye, that's too late. Sorry.
Motion carries 3-0.
Guess not. We've already had that. This is it.
This is it.
So what, are you just here for moral support? You're not here to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
We say opponents and then proponents.
yeah. I'll mix it up, keep the pull on their toes.
Yeah.
No, that's, those cedars out there have just.
Blake's
really
another one
gone
on
out
the
of
fire
control.
department.
I'm glad to see.
Another one of those guys.
They're like enterprise.
Yeah.
I mean, I was out there cutting the names. It's just, that ever caught on fire.
That's why we want you to cut those cedars
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
Cut them down, cut them
What I'm
down.
doing, I just took out a couple acres of cedar.
Those things burn like crazy.
They do, once they get going.
They just grow like crazy.
And cedars too, there. Some of them are 24 inches of cedar, they're huge.
How tall are they?
Oh, some of them are over 60 foot. I mean, they're insane.
You should be harvesting them then.
Oh, I've got a sawmill, so.
There you go.
But it's amazing, you have this huge tree and you cut it down and you don't really have anything to, it's all on the base.
Yeah.
But
Well, if you need some more to sawmill, I got some for you. Mine's on a hillside though.
Yeah, come get it.
Yeah. You only gotta drag them up the hill.
Not just one tree. There's 4 of them, like a bush.
Yeah.
So,
You have a friend that has one of those discs that spins and he just eats the whole tree. It just turns it all into mulch. It's really cool.
I wonder, I think I hate for ever on the